Democrats may get one more seat in the House as voters in Virginia go to the polls this morning to fill one of the 4 vacancies in Congress.
Democrat and Fairfax County Supervisor James Walkinshaw is the heavy favorite to win Tuesday's special election in Virginia to replace Congressman Jerry Connolly, who passed away earlier this year to cancer. Republican Stuart Whitson is trying to pull off the upset and flip the blue seat. Republicans currently have a 219 to 212 seat majority. Walkinshaw was Connolly's chief of staff for 11 years. If he wins, Republicans will only be able to lose 2 members on any vote along party lines, as opposed to 3. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures have been rising for the Dow and the NASDAQ, which closed at a record high yesterday. On Monday Night Football, a comeback.
Pass is caught, spinning grab by Aaron Jones. And somehow, some way, the Minnesota Vikings are on top.
Down 17-6 going into the final quarter in Chicago. J.J. McCarthy threw 2 touchdown passes and ran for another score, leading the Vikings to a 27-24 win on ESPN over the Bears in the first week of the NFL season. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Tuesday. It is now September 9th, 2025, Tuesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. It's an honor that you join us on the radio. Now, join us online. The free app is called Radio Para Mí. Download it today. Listen to 710 KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and the Navy is pressing additional charges against Seaman Jeremiah Copeland, suspected of killing a fellow naval seaman, Brownsville native Angelina Descendes, earlier this year. Her body was found in a wooded area in Norfolk, Virginia on June 10th. Investigators have now added rape and sex assault and distribution of revenge porn, other charges in this case. He is set to appear in court on September 18th. At 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. And news that affects your pocketbook, perhaps near future, President Trump plans to impose tariffs on imported furniture from all countries.
The U.S. imports a lot of furniture, and according to the trade publication Furniture Today, our country imported $25.5 billion in furniture in 2024, mostly from Vietnam and China. These tariffs will affect all countries. Dallas Trade Attorney Michelle Schultz says our understanding is that even if the furniture is made here
and the parts are imported, then the parts can be subject to tariffs, potentially, as parts of furniture.
President Trump says he wants to bring furniture business back to North Carolina, South Carolina, and other states. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
After a tariff exemption was ended by the Trump administration recently, postal shipments to the U.S. parcels are down 80%. Data from the Universal Postal Union noted that 88 shipping providers around the planet have completely or partially suspended shipping to the U.S. The findings come after President Trump ended the de minimis exemption that made lower value shipments, those lower value parcels, exempt from any tariffs. At 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. Today's a big day at Apple. If you're an Apple fan, got some new hardware for you.
Along with iPhone 17, Apple is set to release the 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max. Announcements are also expected on updates for the Apple Watch and AirPods. The iPhone 17 will likely be priced around $800. The Pro model could cost around $1,050. And you can look for the Pro Max to come with a price tag of $1,250. I'm Mark Mayfield.
You love H.E. Butt, right, Freddie? You're an H.E. Butt fan, right? We all are. Yep. We love H.E. Butt, H.E.B.
Yep.
Well, when they open an H.E. Butt in other parts of Texas, they love it too, right? Well,
you think they would.
Well, we hear, for example, up in the Dallas area, they have a long, long line when they open up one in the Dallas area. Well, they finally, H.E.B. finally found one place that doesn't want them. That would be in the Hillcrest Road area, North Dallas. It seems that residents there are pushing back mightily against the plan to provide a permit to build an H.E. Butt up there, North Dallas. They don't want the traffic, they say. They already get enough of it on the freeways in the Dallas area. It's 7:09. It's AccuWeather with the time. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Hey, stick around. I'm going to share again a report from Speaking of the Dallas area, from AT&T Stadium, some of the menu items. A burrito, 17-inch tortilla. You stuff it whatever you want, and something with candied jalapenos. That's coming up right after AccuWeather. I want to say good morning to our buddy Dougie over at Martin Farm and Ranch, certified dealer for Purina liquid feed. Any questions about feed or livestock, you ask Dougie at Martin Farm and Ranch. Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather, joining us. My question is, what's the chance of rain for today, buddy? We saw most of the rain yesterday in the Gulf and south of us. That was the intense stuff. We got like a sprinkle here and there of rain activity yesterday. So is that the case?
Harlingen got 1700s yesterday, so almost 2/10.
Yeah, well, not much. You could see.
No.
It was really like you just sprinkle a few dots on radar yesterday. I don't see much on land again today, except maybe like in Willacy County right now. And so is most of the rain coming towards us from the northeast, like from the Gulf? Is that where we expect the rain from today?
Yeah, a bit of easterly flow. Again, it's going to be like sea breeze boundaries and outflow boundaries, that type of thing. There is a little bit of divergence aloft up in the atmosphere, so the air aloft is spreading out, which promotes that upward motion of the air. So that's certainly that's going to add to, with some of those sea breeze boundaries and things, the opportunity for a few showers and possible thunderstorms this afternoon.
So when do you turn off the spigot? Will that be tomorrow, or do we still have a chance of a shower for a few days?
No, we're going to run the chance right into the weekend. Again, it's going to be a small chance, but there'll certainly be the opportunity out there. Looking at some of the readings from yesterday, there wasn't a whole lot being reported, but down to the south, wow. Down in Monterrey, Mexico, they got 13.5 inches yesterday. It's being reported. That's bananas. I would have to confirm that, but looking, wow.
It was very colorful on radar south of us yesterday.
And 16.5 inches over the last 2 days.
Yeah, that would not surprise. It's happened before. I need to go check some of that video from Monterrey, because usually when they get that much in the mountains, the flow coming down Athens. There's nasty flooding conditions in Monterrey. So, yeah, if I see the video later in the morning, that will definitely confirm that.
13. What was it? 13.5 inches.
Okay, and within like what? How many hours did you say?
That's a 24-hour total.
Oof. Like, okay, so that makes sense. Darn shame we can't see any of that come over to us, though, as far as going into the river.
Maybe a tenth of that.
Yeah, the tropics, the Gulf specifically. The computer's saying anything new this morning?
Day nada. There is an area of low pressure out by the Florida Peninsula, but that's going to cross over into the Atlantic and scoot out. So, but nothing coming our way right now.
All right, let's check the menu for today. Texas travel is what it is. Just careful out there. See, it's national. Here it is. It's celery, peanut butter, and raisins. Mix that together. What do you get? Ants on a log. Okay, ants on a log. And it's National Wiener Schnitzel Day. Not the hot dog place, right?
I was going to say the restaurant, or
yeah, not. How did they name Wiener Schnitzel if it's an original European meal that is veal, lightly breaded and pan fried? Around here we call that milanesa, but that would be beef version, the milanesa. That's what Wiener Schnitzel is. It's veal, a thin cutlet, breaded and pan fried. So it's that day today as well. All right, pal. We'll call you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on 710 KURV. So let's go to the classroom real quick. The university specifically, you got a group of leftist professors. They're not happy with the way things are in Texas. They want to leave Texas.
A study done by the American Association of University Professors found that hundreds in Texas are so mad about a recent DEI ban that they're looking for new jobs in other states. Sherry Sylvester with the Texas Public Policy Foundation says now they know how conservatives who oppose forced diversity and inclusion programs feel.
If these people are feeling like they can't speak out, it's like, welcome to the world that you created.
She claims there are professors lining up to work in Texas, so there is no brain drain.
And if you're headed to North Texas to see the Cowboys, I don't know why you do that. Get your heart broken all the time. But if you do go, at least you can enjoy the new menu.
Let's start with the elote burger, which is just like it sounds, and you can top that off with the Rowdy Dog, a Nathan's all-beef frank wrapped, of course, in bacon and served on a brioche bun with candied jalapenos. Concessions chef Heather Fuller tells us about the massive Texas burrito served on a 17-inch tortilla.
Yes.
That's insane.
Giant. And I could have went 24 inches.
Really?
Yeah, they had a 24-inch tortilla that I could use. And I was like, yeah, it's a little overkill. This is a little overkill.
The executive chef items include Maine lobster brioche rolls and several flatbreads. And for you vegan cowboy fans, there are several menu items for you as well.
Yeah, that's Eric Bushman with that report. Candied jalapenos. Yeah, Freddie. Go ahead.
Notice how the report didn't mention the prices.
Oh, no. If you need to ask, you can't afford it, Freddie.
Yeah, where's the dollar?
Yeah.
Or the value menu? Where's
Do they allow you
Not that I'm going to go all the way to go see the Cowboys. Why would we go do that?
Well, that's true, number one. But let's say we're invited, right?
I mean, if you're invited, then they invite you, should pay for the food, right?
No. After you pay for the tickets, then do what I do when I go to the movie theater. Just sneak in, like in your jackets, like take a subway. Or do they pat you down on the way in where you can't get by? I just want some of those candied jalapenos. Like, we could try that. There's some jalapenos in the fridge here at the station. They take a sugar packet, put it on top, see what that tastes like. Had a conversation with the comptroller of Texas, the economic opportunities and job opportunities available in the Valley, available in Texas. That's up next on 710 KURV.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic, available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, as they make a run to the playoffs. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report is brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is Michael Berry, host of The Michael Berry Show, weeknights starting at 6. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for listening to News Talk 710 KURV.
News Talk 710 KURV is your radio station in South Texas for Astros baseball. We got the Astros visiting the Blue Jays, Red Hot Blue Jays. Coverage tonight, 6 p.m., made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Mission Economic Development Office. A focus on the Texas economy now from the Eagles perch, from the state perspective. Kelly Hancock in the studio, our acting Texas comptroller. Appreciate you visiting the studio. I know you had a chance to speak with city leaders and EDC folks, and as you were telling me, and of course the cops at their Cleat convention here in the area. Let's start with the economic issues that you're always looking at, sales tax reports, things like that. Wonderful times that we're living in Texas, right? Before you answer that, tell me and the audience a bit about yourself, your background,
Sure.
And now your work over as one of the state leaders looking at the economy.
Yeah, born and raised in North Texas. I'm a business owner. I work for a large corporation and manage some businesses all over the state, Southwest. Then I left and went off on my own, started my own business in 2004. Ran for school board when we first had our first child and did that for 13 years. Soon after that, I was encouraged by city leaders to run for the House. So I served in the Texas House for 6 years. And then the governor in redistricting asked me to run for the Texas Senate. So I ran for the Texas Senate and served in there for 13 years ago. Then Governor Abbott, with the current or previous comptroller,
Yeah.
Glenn Hager, when he was selected as chancellor to Texas A&M, the governor approached me about coming in and filling that role and running for that office. And so moved over, resigned the Senate on June 18th, and was sworn in over at the comptroller's office on the 19th, and been fast and furious since.
I've heard those reports and your names on and off for at least 2 decades, and those are the credentials from Austin. As comptroller of Texas, though, tell me about the pivot into that gig and all this data, all these reports coming in from across the state. Like, how are you handling all that? You getting used to this?
We're spinning a lot of plates. We got a lot going on. We got the education savings accounts going on. We have broadband where we're able to recently help Kerrville. So we're looking at $200 million we're able to deploy to the river authorities for communication so they can help with notification of flooding and other things that we recently have processed some of that, and that's in the works. And then, of course, education savings accounts coming out. And then I get to brag about the economy. Like you said, the economy, I get to speak to the various rating agencies that rate for bond issues and other things. And, of course, Texas has its AAA rating. And so I get to, as a CFO of the state, I get to brag about Texas' economy. And, of course, no stronger economy than down here in the valley.
Yeah, it's amazing times. I'm still pinching myself. I can't believe what's taking place.
Oh, the numbers are phenomenal.
Yeah, with LNG, liquefied natural gas at the port, 2 outfits, and Elon Musk, and all the blessings of technology headed this way.
Well,
That's
and
amazing.
entrepreneurs. I mean, the valley, the average age here in this area is slightly over 30. Now, the average age for the state's 35. So you've got a young, vibrant, growing economy. And what people don't realize is nearly 99% of the businesses in the state of Texas are entrepreneurial, small business owners. And we're seeing that down here. So you've got a young population. Your economy is growing at a much faster rate than the state average, which the state average is leading the nation. And so there's great things going on here.
Kelly Hancock is our acting comptroller for the state of Texas. Yes, he's the CFO for Texas. You mentioned that you had a chance to have a sit down with some of the local EDC folks. So how involved are you at state level, helping them out as well to try to lure some industry down here?
Right. Like a lot of the data and the information that they need, it comes from our office. And one of the things we're doing, we've recently signed a contract, and we're moving forward with a new computer system to kind of update that and providing that more online and more transparent from the state for folks like the EDCs that need that data. By October, we hope to have that online in a regional basis, because they need that information to go sell to the companies that they're trying to lure into the area, much like the Sam's groundbreaking yesterday. So we provide a lot of the data and statistics that they need, and then the support with the financial situation, sales tax information, and other information they're able to use and go sell their economy.
Stuff.
Right.
Yeah. We more than just someone that's selling potato chips inside. We like some chip manufacturing in the area. A lot of high tech coming to Texas. Do you think we can land some of that here in deep South Texas?
Well, I think what we're going to see in Texas is the next wave is you're going to see rural land values increase with data centers and AI. You know, what they're looking for is low-cost land, which is going to be more in the rural areas than you're going to see you're not going to find that in downtown Houston or downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
So I do think that the next wave in our economy is going to be, data centers, technology-based, AI, and that's really going to help areas like South Texas, where we have low-cost energy. We've got land available, and we're going to see that across Texas. I think Texas, once again, is going to lead in that area
I sure
nationally.
hope so.
Yep.
Yeah. We've got many of the ingredients. Where you mentioned land, we got the people for sure. And over the past several weeks, we've been doing several interviews with all these initiatives by workforce, by the state of Texas, even setting up adult high schools all over the place, getting people trained and the skill sets that are in high demand. People likely able over the next year and a half, if they get the skills at these adult high schools and other training that is free. We can fill those jobs with these people, those high demand jobs.
Right. And if you look at the data or the Rio Grande Valley, the average age is the age of young people looking for jobs and educated. In fact, I was able to give awards out for transparency to Valley View ISD yesterday.
Okay.
And so small district, utilizing some of the resources we have in the comptroller's office to be more transparent with their citizens and with their taxpayers. And we we have a transparency system with 6 different stars. We awarded them their first 2 stars, and they're kind of leading the way in that transparency.
Describe that. Flesh that out for me a bit more. This transparency initiative.
Yeah. So, for example, one of the things they've done is they've put their checkbook online. So if you're a taxpayer in Valley View ISD and you want to go see what your tax dollars are being spent on, they have that there. And so the first one was kind of a basic overall, here's their budget, here's what they're spending their resources on. And that's the first star where they have that available to you on their websites. And they walked through it yesterday with us. So that was the first star, and just kind of the basic financial transactions that happen within the district.
Mm-hmm.
The next part is their debt service, and in other words, their bonds and how they're borrowing money and how they're and they've provided that information online as well. In fact, they're working at paying off some of that debt, which would lower property tax rates, for example. And so that was the second star that they got.
Okay.
They have a graph on there that shows, as the state, and I've been part of $90 billion in property tax reduction across the state. They actually show the chart there where the rates have lowered in Valley View ISD because of what the state's done over the last several years. So a lot of information on there for folks to look at.
It's great to have it, though, but do you need like a 4-year degree in accounting or finance, or maybe be a CPA to read the financials of that one?
Actually, they have some charts and graphs to try to make it even easier.
Yeah, I like pies. I understand pies.
I
eat pies, and I understand everything.
Give me a picture. Give me a picture.
I learn through pictures. You're right.
Exactly.
I'm a visual learner. Kelly Hancock is our acting Texas comptroller. Visiting South Texas. Tell me a bit more about the CLEAT conversation, Combined Law Enforcement, the COP convention thing. What are you telling them?
Yeah,
visiting South Texas.
Well, so I've always been a big supporter of law enforcement.
Yeah.
And so I've carried a lot of legislation when I was for them, and so we worked very well together when I was in the legislature, in the Senate specifically. I carried several pieces of legislation for them. The governor's going to be coming down to speak, and so we were going to be here. Good opportunity to kind of meet before them and speak and encourage them as well in their jobs. They don't always get that much encouragement. So just an opportunity to show our support, continue to work with them.
As comptroller and looking at sales tax and people paying their taxes on sales, on the enforcement side, and looking at individuals who skirt and, kind of put an extra weight or take off some of the weight on the scale.
Yeah, we were out with enforcement yesterday. So got out of the suit and put on the boots and jeans and went out with enforcement and saw some of the areas that they're looking at where people are trying to skirt laws, get out of sales tax. And, what happens then is
like where? Describe what did you see? What are you looking at?
Well, in fuel, diesel and motor fuel. So there's a motor fuel tax, and so they'll basically sell it on the black market, and they'll go and pick it up and utilize tote bins and other areas to try to skirt the sales tax there. And that's not fair to the other taxpayers and those that are doing it. And so
you were able to go out on site, look at.
Yeah, we were able to go and see where this is taking place and watch it. And it's a little bit like whack-a-mole that you shut down one operation here, and or they find another way to do it. So it's amazing to me how smart they are at trying to get away from operating in a legal basis. That they just use those resources legally. It would be a lot easier on all of us.
Now, I've been saying you're the acting comptroller.
Exactly.
Now, you want that to be permanent, or what's the plan here for you?
Yeah. So. It was very timed out. So the governor obviously encouraged me to. We're good friends. He encouraged me to run to fill this office. So I had to resign in order to do that. Yeah. Very transparency, and just very transparent. And so I'm filling in for that. But he also asked me to run for the office. So
we'll be seeing you on the ballot.
Exactly.
Next March.
I was sworn in. Okay. 30 minutes later, I announced I'm running for the office. 30 minutes later, he gave me his endorsement. And so we have the strong endorsement from the governor. We have encouragement for him to run and a lot of support. So, we just kind of did it all in one day.
What else do you think Texas can do at the legislative level, or maybe the governor's office with the economic development cookie jar, the incentives? What else can we do in order to throw that net and capture more of those businesses running from California, from communist California, all these other places, industry coming in from overseas, reshoring. What else can we do?
Well, I do think education is a big part of it. So you've got to have a well-trained workforce. We do have a high graduation rate, but as far as our test scores and how productive we are in our education system, there are areas and there are school districts that are doing a great job. But there are those that need drastic improvement. Fort Worth ISD up in North Texas, where I am, the state has had to look at it because it's had decades of failures where it's not served the kids well. And so they finally stepped in. And so I know that's a strong emphasis with the governor. That's why we've pushed for education savings accounts, which I've been a big supporter of for 30 years, to give parents the opportunity to choose what's the best education for their child, recognizing, as someone with 6 grandkids, guess what? They're not all the same.
I'm grateful for Greg sounding the alarm on this, and we need at light speed. Look, I know we've got some great initiatives to get adults, get them back to high school, and get them the career technology training to fill anything in construction, electrical, plumbing, welding, all those things. It's like there's job openings, 6 figures waiting for them all over the place. We're going to get that population in that direction. But at the school district level, I would hope that you mentioned North Texas. I could say the same thing about pathetic Houston ISD. It's so pathetic to see what's the disservice to the taxpayer and the children. We need to reform that. I'll give you an example, and I'll let you go with this. Edinburgh, CISD, they've got this career in technology, 100,000 square foot facility. We got kids that at a very young age in middle school, they're determining from the parents and the kids, you going to college? No. Okay. Become a welder. And they're leaving, they're graduating from Edinburgh, going straight to the Port of Brownsville.
Making good money.
Right. 6-figure salary. We need that in Houston.
Yep.
We need that in Dallas, like
plumbers,
now.
Plumbers, welders. And that's what we got
careers.
away from, that, the governor's big push in that.
Yes, sir.
The school district where I was on the school board, huge career and technology program.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Mr. Comptroller, our CFO for Texas. And we look forward to seeing you next year for the campaign.
We'll be back.
Stop by and see us. This is good.
Perfect.
Kelly Hancock is Comptroller for the state of Texas. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News, News Talk 710 KURV, also with Radio Para Mí. We got sports up next on the Valley's Morning News.
Are you tired of waiting hours in your doctor's waiting room? Sitting around waiting to see a doctor isn't fun, and we know your time is valuable. The good news is that the physicians at Rio Grande Pain Team can help. Rio Grande Pain Team helps patients find relief from chronic neck pain, back pain, migraine headaches, and joint pain. And at Rio Grande Pain Team, we schedule your visits accordingly. Rio Grande Pain Team recently added providers, and we utilize the latest in scheduling software so our patients are seen on time for their visits and treatments. There's no need to wait 5 hours in a physician's office. At Rio Grande Pain Team, you no longer have to live with chronic pain. Dr. Dennis Slavin can help and have you feeling better at last. Book your appointment now in Weslaco or McAllen by signing on to our website, feelingbetteratlast.com. That's feelingbetteratlast.com, or call 956-973-0565. That's 973-0565. 973-0565.
Our mom accomplished so much in her life. She was a great mother, wife, and school teacher. She amazed so many. When we lost her, we were so very sad, but comforted that she had pre-planned her funeral with the fine people at McCaleb Funeral Home. A live celebration would tell her big story.
Hi, I am Carla McCaleb. Along with my husband Mark and our caring staff, we know we are in the healing business because we hear it from families we serve. Please read our reviews about our life celebrations and fair and transparent prices for unmatched service, and how we lift people up with our healing care and compassion. Celebrating life since 1963.
The Valley's only life celebration home. To learn more about the choices you can make now so a future funeral becomes more of a celebration of life, call Carla at 956-650-2841, 956-650-2841, or visit their website, McCalebFuneralHome.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Later tonight, tune in for Houston Astros baseball as they visit the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch at 6:07. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Texas Rangers won in shutout fashion last night to open up the series against the Milwaukee Brewers, who hold the best record in baseball. Pitching was the definition of the game early on as both teams were scoreless through 4 innings. The Rangers starter Jacob Latz finished the night with just 3 hits and only 1 walk allowed with 4 punchouts. The Brewers starter Jose Quintana also had a quality outing until the 5th inning where he gave up this grand slam to Michael Hellman.
For the set. And the pitch. And that ball drilled to deep left field. Churio going back, looking up. It's gone! The first grand slam for the Rangers this season is clubbed to left by Michael Hellman. Runs us for everybody. 4-0 Texas.
Hellman wouldn't stop there as he also had the RBI in the 7th with a double to drive in Jonah Heim and secure the 5-0 win. The Rangers draw within a game and a half back of the AL wildcard race and 2.5 games behind Houston and Seattle for the AL West. Game 2 is set for 7:05 tonight from Globe Life Field. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Monday Night Football, it's not how you start, but how you finish. And J.J. McCarthy, making his first career start, struggled through the first 3 quarters. Then in the 4th, threw 2 touchdowns, ran for another to help the Vikings rally, beat the Bears 27-24 in Chicago. The Eagles acquired running back Tank Bigsby from the Jags for a 2026 5th and 6th round pick. Dodgers took a combined no-hitter into the 9th in a 3-1 win over the Rockies. That's sports. I'm Ronta Moss.
AccuWeather says highs for today should be mostly in the low to mid 90s. Right now it's 77 degrees at the economic engine of the valley, the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. 77 at Starbase, and it's 78 degrees in McAllen, Mission, and Edinburgh. Border Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. Go back to our website. I need to go back to our website. Let me get the latest numbers. So if you go to KURV.com, right-hand margin, you'll see the reports from Customs. Now let's check Brownsville up first, see if they've updated these numbers. Yep, they sure have. 1 hour at B&M. It's slightly over an hour at Gateway. You might want to use veterans. They're just under 30 minutes. South of Harlingen, it's 45 minutes. And Border Bridge wait times at McAllen. Headed back to McAllen, it's 45 minutes at Hidalgo. Same thing at FAR. This is the Valley's Morning News. Check of your money. Up next on 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mí, the free app, and listen on your smartphone.
Payne Commercial and Fleet has work solutions ready to maximize productivity and economy for your business. Payne Commercial and Fleet offers sales and lease options, custom options, specialized maintenance plans, plus on-site appraisals. Come see our selection of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and heavy-duty trucks, vans, and cab chassis. We have what you want at PayneAutoGroup.com.
Locate to get us regardless.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody, or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
710 KURV. Streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance. A policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
Your Money Now, brought to you by the Ryan and Brian Real Estate Team. Call 956-540-2536, 956-540-2536, or online at ryanandbrian.com.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Europe's auto giants are embarking on a product blitz at the IAA Mobility Conference, a major car show in Munich. Volkswagen, BMW, and Renault have all announced new models, seeking to hold on to market share as Chinese players rapidly make inroads on their home turf. Shares of Nebius Group have soared more than 60% after the provider of NVIDIA graphic chips for training artificial intelligence models said it signed an agreement with Microsoft, worth up to $19.4 billion over 5 years. Nebius said this is the first time it signed a long-term contract with a large tech company and that more are likely to come. Cognition said it has closed a $400 million funding round at a valuation of $10.2 billion. The startup is the creator of an artificial intelligence software engineer called Devin. In July, Cognition acquired AI coding startup Windsurf. Futures are slightly higher. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 114. That's Your Money Now.
Overseas, yet another overseas tech manufacturer, high-tech manufacturer headed to Texas. Southeast Texas, Houston area, Inventec Manufacturing, Taiwan. Total $85 million project. Phase 1, $55 million project setting up in Houston soon. AccuWeather says highs today should be low to mid 90s. Right now it's upper 70s across South Texas. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. You got some plans for a new commercial building project. I highly recommend that you call the top experts in commercial roofing systems, knowing the best systems for your type of building, the best materials. You want a commercial roofing. Well, I think you want a commercial roofing system that's going to last. If you have other plans, well, don't call Chamberlain. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, absolutely the top materials in construction for commercial roofing systems. 125 plus years of experience. If you have commercial sites across the area, I strongly recommend, if you want to prevent water coming down at you from the ceiling tiles, call for a free professional expert assessment of your commercial roofing systems, all of them, from Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Get their expert eyes out there. Again, 125 plus years of experience, cutting edge roof installation and repair technology. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, again, shaking your hand for free. Just go up there, let them check, see, give you a professional assessment of your present commercial roofing systems. That way you know how much more time you have before water is an issue coming down at you. If you're about to build, man, you definitely need what's in their name, waterproof. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, those commercial roofing systems. Give them a call right now or text them 956-655-6178.
Day 28 without AC, 70 days until fall. There's no help in sight. I fear the water in the toilet bowl has evaporated.
Dad, just call Mighty Mike's.
No AC? Don't sweat it. Mighty Mike's Plumbing, Electric, and HVAC is your solution. Their comfort specialists will ensure you're sitting cool in the summer months. Visit callmightymike.com or dial 956-686-1353.
Get it right. Call Mighty Mike. Just one call to solve it all.
This is a fraud alert. It is a crime in Texas for a person to solicit an accident victim for purposes of legal representation. If you have not requested the call or personal visit, report this crime to the Texas Rangers.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
News Talk 710 KURV. News and weather information at your fingertips.
There was only one place to get the information I needed.
Log on to KURV.com.
It's the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. It is September 9th, 2025. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, calling for highs today. Low to mid-90s, a bit more cloud cover, he said. The chance of rain, it's still in there. Somebody might see some rain in South Texas. So keep it tuned to 710 KURV. We get some really nasty stuff. Then obviously we'll be calling AccuWeather to do some play-by-play later in the day. News on 710 KURV. A service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says he wants to serve a second term in the deep blue state. This from his YouTube video this morning.
We are moving forward fast across the state and across party lines to prove to a dysfunctional Washington that there is a better way forward.
Many see the governor's potential 2028 presidential candidate, but he said a few days ago he's not running for president. President Trump addressing the murder of Irina Zarutska, killed in a light rail train August 22nd in Charlotte, calling the suspect a madman and a lunatic. Charlotte Councilman Edwin Peacock III.
I hope this wakes up a conversation not just around the mental health topic, which has certainly been talked about a lot, but we have to actually follow that with actions. And as sad as this tragedy is, I hope that it will shine a bright light on it.
A Republican on Fox News first, and Minnesota defeats Chicago 27-24 Monday Night Football. America's listening to Fox News.
As I mentioned in the business report, here's the expanded report. Another overseas high-tech manufacturer coming to Texas, expanding operations in Southeast Texas, the Houston area.
Inventec Manufacturing Corp., a Taiwanese manufacturer, is soon set to begin building out the first phase of a $55 million improvement plan on Colonial Parkway in Katy. That's according to a Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation filing. The 540,000 square foot site will be used for electronics manufacturing. Inventec is an original device manufacturer, an ODM. Some popular devices they build, which are rebranded and sold, include gaming laptops, Amazon's Fire tablets, and Kindle e-readers. The project is part of an $85 million U.S. investment strategy approved this year.
As reporter Val Dior, U.S. workers increasingly uncertain about being able to find another job.
In fact, that confidence has hit a record low, according to a survey from the New York Federal Reserve out Monday. It found 45% of workers thought they could get another job. That's down nearly 6 points from July and the lowest since the beginning of the survey in 2013. It comes as hiring has slowed across the country. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And some former Cracker Barrel employees are coming forward with claims that Cracker Barrel, the chain, directed staff to prioritize cost savings and efficiency over customer satisfaction. According to a report, it's the full write-up is in the New York Post. Cracker Barrel issued the non-public directive earlier this year to account for a labor shortage in the kitchen. Former kitchen workers told the Post that cost savings efforts included an end to daily made fresh biscuits and fresh meatloaf. Customers complained. All this was turned around 180 after the complaint, the outrage of their logo change. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online at Radio Para Mi. 42 years and counting, the expertise at Major Health Foods. Jolyn and Company waiting for you today. They've got the good stuff to keep you healthy, including the shot that I think will exorcise all those pathogen demons from you. Ask for the Atomic Wellness Shot. Just the name itself will tell you what it'll do to you. Once you get that, you take that swig and let all that turmeric, garlic, lemon, honey, apple cider vinegar, cayenne pepper, just kind of go down your throat and heal you. They've got so many wonderful items, supplements for men and women. Collagen is one of their most popular ones. Collagen for beauty, but also collagen for joints, ligament relief, pain relief as well. After you exercise, the collagen they have at Major Health Foods in McAllen has all 6 of the standard that are used. Some other collagen products have only 2 or 3. Find all 6 in that nice tub that you can buy today at Major Health Foods. Again, with 42 plus years at Major Health Foods, you will find the good stuff, not the run-of-the-mill stuff that you might find like online or at big box stores or some grocery store or even gas. Who would get health stuff at the gas station? Go to Major Health Foods. They've got the expertise. They know the top brands for supplements for men and women to keep you healthy. That's Major Health Foods in McAllen, 1001 South 10th at 10th Street and Jackson Avenue.
When's the last time you checked your roof's condition? Is it hurricane ready? It's predicted to be a busy storm season with strong winds. Did you know that heavy rains can cause your drains to clog? Clogged drains on flat commercial roofs can cause serious damage to your buildings. Being prepared will give you peace of mind. Call Vega Roofing Company so we can inspect your roof or replace it with our 20-year warranted Duralast roofing systems. Call 686-4921. Vega Roofing Company since 1965. A name in roofing you can trust. That's 686-4921.
Got a meeting? A party? A hungry crowd? Yeah, you could go with the usual, the same old tired trays everyone expects and boring veggies, or you could do something better. Something that makes your taste buds water as soon as you hear the...
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio